Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of February 13th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Holeko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes, worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about medical tests. I mean, thank goodness for medical tests. How lovely that we live in a time when there is all this wonderful technology. But please do not ask me to lay down completely still for 40 minutes with a metal plate an inch above my nose. Surely there's a better way to do this? Isn't there a better way to do this? Oh my goodness. I have been through a little test gauntlet lately where the calcium level in my blood was high, and so my one doctor referred me to an endocrinologist who tested me for parathyroid hormone, which is also very high. And so they wanted to do these tests to find out whether I had any of my parathyroid glands were looking funky. Now, these are tiny dots on the back of the thyroid gland in your neck. This is not like something that you can look at in any normal way. So first I had a sonogram on my neck, which was very pleasant. It was like a spa treatment, you know? Put a little oil or something on your neck and rub this thing around. It was fine. They didn't find anything. So then there was a nuclear scan, which, you know, always enjoy getting shot up with radiation. That's great. So you do that, and then they, for like 2 minutes, they do a scan of your neck, and then you come back in 2 hours. So I didn't really feel like driving home, so they found me a little exam room to sit in, and I did some work for 2 hours, and then you're supposed to, it's for 40 minutes is the next one. And It was not fun. It was a long time to be still. Fortunately, I think I fell asleep at some point because the first 20 minutes were very slow, and then the second 20 minutes were over in a flash, so thankfully. And then they didn't find anything on that either. So then I had to go back and have another kind of scan where, you know, they wheeled me, it was a CT, so they wheeled you into the big round thing. Yeah. And I'm laying there, and it's like, he told me it would just be like 30 seconds, but it was a lot longer than that. I'm lying there. And I'm like, can I swallow? If they're scanning my neck, can I swallow? And then this recorded voice says, "Don't swallow."
Okay, you read your mind.
And then it says, "Relax." And I'm like, well, does relax mean I can swallow now? And then, "Don't swallow." And relax. And then I'm just lying there for a long time. It felt like when you're lying there flat on your back and you have to stay absolutely still, and you're wondering if you can swallow, and the saliva is just, you know, gathering. So,
yeah, if you're told you can't swallow, boy, you really need to swallow like immediately.
I'm going to drown in my own juices here if I don't swallow at some point. So finally he wheeled me out, and I said, when she says relax, does that mean it's okay to swallow? And he says, oh yeah. It's like, tell people that first.
Oh, God.
And then he also says, sorry for the delay. It's like, was I in this machine for like much longer than I should have been? So then the second time was easier. But so they did finally find something. So now I'm going to have to probably have surgery on my throat, which promises to be a lot of fun. So let's all hope I don't lose my voice.
I know, a small kink in your podcasting career.
Yeah, hopefully it will be just a small kink and not oops, we accidentally nicked a vocal cord, so sorry. But, you know, so it's just been, and before that I had to do this, I think I talked about this before, where you have to fill up what looks like a 2-gallon orange juice bottle with pee, the 24-hour urine test. Every time you go, you have to, they gave me this thing called a hat so that you can gather it and then pour it into the bottle, which is gross, but also kind of impressive, you know? And my bottle was heavy after 24 hours. I was very impressed, man. I did a pretty decent job there.
I am a good hydrator. Look at me.
But of course, they didn't find anything interesting in it, so it was all for naught. But I just feel like I have been poked, prodded, and tested quite a lot lately, and the the medical practice I go to, which I talked about Roundup a couple of weeks ago, Summit Health, just started this new facility that has like all the testing things. So I think this is going to be the future. Is like, we got this new equipment. Let's try it on
Let's
somebody.
use it. Yeah.
Have you guys been? Is this a function of just that I am an unhealthy person, or is it a function of age, or is it just weak technology?
Right.
You guys having any
A little
of these
bit of both.
experiences?
Well, I mean, every time I have to have a mammogram, I am like you sitting there going, like, is there not a better way to do
honestly.
this? I mean, the way you have to contort yourself and they like yank your bones around, like it is extremely uncomfortable, and I just don't understand why it is necessary to do it that way.
There's got to be a better way, and it's like when you're a shall we say small bosomed lady, when you're getting these small bra ads on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
There's not that much to put between, so they're like grabbing flesh from everywhere and just trying to cram it in there. It's like it doesn't go that way. Stop.
And then they're like, "Tell me when to stop." Like 5 minutes ago. Like I'm not. It already hurts. Like
Yes.
please stop.
Oh my goodness. And then, I mean, even if you don't need all that stretching and stuff, you're still getting a part of your body mashed between metal plates. How is this? It seems like somebody should have come up with a better way by now.
Yeah, it's a little traumatizing, isn't it? I'm sure a man designed it.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking if I mean, it's a cliche to say this, but if, guys had to do that with sensitive parts of their anatomy once a year,
wouldn't
I think that there
happen.
would be a much better way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Here, we're just going to put it between these two plates and press down. It'll be fine.
As hard as possible. Yes. I just feel like the medical gauntlet becomes longer,
Yeah.
more complex the older you get. And
Yeah.
Right.
it doesn't just stop at one test and, well, it's fine. Well, we'll just see what happens. It's more like,
Yeah.
well, then you should go for this one and then try that one and go here and go there. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for this. But
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, when
overwhelming.
my daughter got her appendix out, so she was only 6, and so this is a long time ago. But she had to it wasn't healing. Like, she was. Anyway, they kept on having to do CT scans with contrast, so she would have to drink like this huge cup of
yes.
stuff and
radioactive swill.
Yes, and it was so hard for her, and she just struggled so much with it, and it was just, I mean, trying to get her to choke this down. Like, you can't really force someone to drink something,
Right.
so it was tough. Although in that hospital stay, basically every time that they had to poke her with a needle, whether it was for an IV or, a shot or whatever, they would give her a Beanie Baby or a Webkin, because that was the time of Webkins.
Right. Right.
So she had quite a collection of those when she came out. I mean, I think maybe, Terry, that's what they need to do for you.
Yeah.
Like, give you some kind of a prize after you lay in this machine for an hour.
What
or
I don't
whatever.
understand, there's all this fancy technology. How do they not have some Bluetooth feature where you could play your own playlist while you're going through this? If I'd been able to listen to my music, I have a good playlist that's good for just listening to, I would have been fine. But instead, there's some music piped in. You can listen to that. Well, it's not my music, and I can barely hear it.
Right.
And
Right.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be a major thing to do, right?
If they're already putting music in anyway.
Yeah, because I asked if I could put on headphones. They said, "Oh no," but just a little thing on this huge machine that just plays music.
Interesting.
Music of your choice, or podcasts, or this would be a great way to listen to our podcast, listeners. You just, go in for 40 minutes of laying completely still, and you listen to us. It's not like
feel
you
like
need to laugh
dentists-
or anything. So
I feel like dentists do that.
they do. They do. So it
So-
can't be impossible. And it's like,
Right.
it's like, goodness knows, huge expenditures of technology, and they can't do that little thing to make it easier for patients to lie still.
Right.
Right.
I am not a crackpot.
And they want you to lie still, so you think they would figure out how
Why
to
would they
facilitate that.
Do anything to help that.
Right.
Little TV screen in there, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That they do in the dentist chair too, I think.
Yeah.
Or in the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you really, for one of the test where the metal plate was super close to my nose, you need to not open your eyes for that test. That would have to be music.
Yeah.
I was fine until I opened my eyes and I saw how close that thing was, and then suddenly there was claustrophobia.
Right.
So from then on, I'm just going to close my eyes. Let me know when I'm out.
Yes. When I feel myself being wheeled out, then maybe I'll
What I don't
consider
know
opening my eyes.
won't make me feel like I'm suffocating.
Yeah. No, it's definitely more time consuming and just anxiety provoking. I feel like
Right.
for those of us that are overly prone to anxiety, it's definitely challenging.
And I mean, we wouldn't want to say, gee, we wish we didn't have all of this stuff, and then just never knew if there was something wrong with us. And it's
Right.
good to have it, but it gets overwhelming after a while.
Yes.
It does. It certainly does. And then the wait, not to mention the wait after. Like, there has to be a better way. Like, I saw this, I don't know where I saw it. It was online somewhere, but it was a girl had taken a video of herself or a TikTok of herself in an emergency room. She was waiting for, or she was in the emergency room for something. And she was videoing herself, and then she flipped over to a screen that was in her room. And it was like a little flat screen TV, a monitor. And on it was like, your ER doctor will arrive in 6 minutes. And then your wait time.
Like you're waiting for a subway.
Yeah. But it was like, and then your plan of, the plan is for the doctor to evaluate you. Like, it was like your health plan kind of thing. But it had all of this information on the screen to let you know what was going to happen, like when you were going to be seen and what maybe the next steps would be. I'm like, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so nice? Like
Yes. That's
to
nice
know,
if they actually follow it.
Yeah. But I mean, wouldn't it be nice to actually have this seamless plan of care? Like, your test results will arrive in 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems so, I don't know, it would do a lot, especially in the emergency room. It would reduce a lot of anxiety, I would think.
Definitely.
Right.
I have to say my test results for my parathyroid tests came in pretty quick, which is nice, except it's like, I go through this whole 40-minute ordeal. I get home half an hour later. Oops, we didn't find anything. You got to have another test. So it's like, tomorrow would have been fine. You could have waited a little bit. I could have had this hope that it was all over.
Right.
Right.
But no, it's good because then now I have to wait 2 weeks to talk to the doctor about the surgery. So they could speed that up.
Yeah.
If I talk like this afterwards for the rest of my life, I guess you guys are going to have to find a third.
Wow.
Or we'll get you an AI voice.
There you go.
To read what you type.
Yeah.
I am Terry Morrow.
I am Terry, and that's it for today's round 3.
Well, Nicole, do you want to take us out?
Oh, okay. It's hard not to emulate that voice, but okay. Tune in tomorrow when we obsess about Marie Kondo changing her tune, and then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.